sweatshirt on, so it look like, is it cold or hot? You know what I mean?
That's all good.
Welcome to Live 365 Radio. You know when you see both of us, it's what day?
Thursday.
Thursday, and we're back, y'all. Hope everybody has been well, and today we're gonna put Rod on the hot seat, right?
Whoa. I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, we never are, because I wasn't prepared last week either.
Oh, that's how you do it? Okay,
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, as we all know now that Rod is engaged, guys, and he is going to be getting married, and so I want to ask a couple of questions.
Oh, that's what we at with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to a couple of questions
Okay.
and stuff
All
like
right.
that. So,
Disclaimer, I ain't saying I know everything. I just know my story.
his story.
And I know a little bit of something. All right, here we go.
We're getting a pre-claimer.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we call it, pre-claim.
Okay,
I like that better.
you like that?
That's better than disclaimer. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, being married, there's a lot of expectations when you're married and stuff like that.
It is.
Do you, when it comes to your sexual life,
Okay.
is it important for you to have sex a lot, considering you being married over long term, or are you okay with the bare minimum of 2?
The bare minimum of 2 times a week?
Yeah.
See, okay, with me, so I get asked this question a lot actually.
Mm-hmm.
So with me, I think everybody should try their best to stick to the minimum of at least 2 times a week. But things do come up. Trips, cycles, arguments, things are gonna come up. But the best you can help it, you wanna aim for at least at minimum 8 times a month. At the minimum. I think that's very doable. I think
So it's like 2 a week.
That's like 2 a week. Yeah.
But I wonder who says that's 2 the minimum. I just use that as a number.
That's like
on the low side.
It's like from a psych test that's been given across the world.
Oh, yes.
Even Dr. Oz was talking about 2 times a week is supposed to be like the minimum for a healthy sex life.
Okay.
Because like I said, as much as everybody, if you get on Facebook, everybody gonna say, "Oh, we have sex every day." But
Really?
that's I put the status up like twice a year just to see what people say, just to see if I get different answers. And then you have people like, "Oh man, my husband has sex 3 or 4 times a day." I'm just like, every decade I changed with my sex life. I remember when I first started, I wanted to do it all day, every day. I remember I got my 20s, I wanted twice a day, and want to date as many girls as possible. And then I think I got like 30, then I started wanting like once a day, but not twice a day anymore. I think my twice a day went away.
That was 30s.
Yeah, 30s, yeah. I mean, I'm still in my 30s, but like, I don't know, because not being conceited, but I have good stamina. You know what I'm saying? I can have a long round.
All right, now, Rod.
Yeah.
Okay. That is important in a marriage, man.
Yeah.
And a relationship.
And knowing you gotta know
Yeah.
you. So me, a good 45-minute session is normal.
Oh.
So after that, I don't want to do it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. That's me for the night. I'm cool. I don't want to wake up after 45 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour.
What about
I'm
if
cool.
her sex drive is high?
I mean, even though sex drive high, she just got. I mean,
She
an hour. I'm putting in some work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
I mean,
what if she has a high sex drive and she can go another 15?
if she go another 15,
with it?
I can stand with it, but my sensation won't be the same as the first
It'd be harder.
45 to an hour.
It'd be harder for you.
Now I'm gonna drill you a little harder because I'm not gonna have the same sensation.
Oh, okay.
So,
you don't want the drilling.
You don't want to drill the hard
No.
because then see that's the
No.
part women and men this is the communication part that get missed because sometimes that second round for the guy is so desensitized he don't feel the same as he would have felt the first time.
Oh,
So that's why a lot of guys start like, hey, let's figure it out in this first round. Let's make it great though. I ain't talking about these quickie guys. Those quickie guys, ladies, you got to do less than 5 minutes. Make his ass go again.
Yeah.
But ultimately, dudes less than 30, 45, hour 10, those guys right there, they might be like, all right.
And if it's your husband, you might need to help him with his diet, because it could be diet, it could be all that
It could be all
stuff.
types of things.
I don't know if I'm gonna invest into somebody I just met. I'm gonna need you to work on yourself. But I'm saying there are women that have high sex drive too,
Yes.
and women. I used to hear my aunts and them say, "Ooh, when you get in your 40s, right?"
Yeah.
And so you be thinking when you in your 20s, like, "Ew, you still doing it?" And then now you in your 40s, you're like, "I know what you're talking about." You know what I'm saying?
But I tell women too, man, you got a consistent guy. You gotta find a way to keep it spicy too.
Yeah.
It's not enough just to tell your guy you want to get it in all the time. Our guys, it's not enough to tell your woman you want something all the time. Like y'all gotta start getting creative and y'all flirtation because when you do somebody consistently, y'all start to know each other in and out. So every now and then you got a sneaky surprise in there. Like let's say Stacey, you like the type like cooking a sexy outfit, but then one day maybe you cooking a regular outfit, but then you come to the room naked. Just something. I'm not saying that per se, but
and it's not
it
always
gotta be some
about,
surprise.
and it's not always about the physical. That's another thing that I've learned as I've matured. intimacy is not always the physical.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, well, the penetration of it. It's touching, it's talking, it's going places. It's just it can be just a touch when you're in
Yeah.
tune with your partner. And because I was married for like I think 11 years, you do have to be creative. Find what.
Yeah.
Now I was married young, so you know you start off doing some things, and then you get to the place where you kind of don't like each other no
Yeah.
more, or whatever. And now nobody wants to be creative.
Right.
But I'm telling you, it's not always about the sexual act. It is so much more than that when you have a real connection with somebody.
That's well, the big key thing that people overlook is a lot of the biggest keys to your sex life are not in the bedroom.
Right.
And I think that's what's overlooked all the time. Because the bedroom is the easy part. It's like, hey, did you help her cook? Did you help her clean up?
Mm. Help with the
Or
kids?
did you help with the kids? Did you help with the dog? Did you do homework with the kids? Did you make sure that her day was cool before she got to the house? Or vice versa, you make sure his day cool before he gets to the house. You know, or bills handled, or you know that argument y'all had on Tuesday and now it's Friday. Did it rectify?
Right.
So all those things lead to your sexual energy in your bedroom.
Yep.
Now some people are like, oh, I just cut that off. The bedroom is the bedroom. Like, that's not necessarily true.
Mm-mm.
If something bothers your mug in the heart or in the mind, it's gonna mess with you in there. Like you might can still stand up and do the task.
Well, like you said, if I've been working all day and then I gotta
Right.
come home, I picked up the kids,
Correct.
and I came home and cooked, and I sat down and did homework with them, and I threw a load of clothes in, and you in the bed waiting on me.
Wait.
It's probably not gonna happen because I'm tired. I've done so much, and I remember meeting a gentleman named Myron when I worked in Chicago,
Right.
and that's what he told me. He told me this when I was in my 20s, and I just was like, wow. He said, I help my wife with all the chores and stuff. He said because when
Mhm.
she gets ready to come to the bedroom, she's not going to do nothing if she's been working all day. So he helps
Right.
her intentionally so that they can both be in a place of pleasure.
Yeah, it helps.
And I think that's really important.
Yeah. Me and my girl, we cook equally. We clean up almost equally, but I told her she's Costa Rican, so she has her moments where she wants my help, but she also has moments where like this is my space, get out.
Right.
So I have to almost watch her for the communication of what kind of day it is. Is this the day you want my help, or is this the day you don't want my help? But that's just our thing. But yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. The next question was about cooking. Is it, for you, I know you said you do cook. I know you
Yeah.
do cook. Are
You have my
you?
cooking actually.
I have.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's why I said I know you can cook.
Yeah.
Because if you're good. But I'm just saying, is it one of those things that, you say you do it equally, or will you be looking for her to take the lead?
No, so I don't think it's nobody's job. I think you know I eat different than her. You know, Jazz is a ballerina, so she doesn't eat that much.
Mhm.
But I'm on her by her eating because she's a ballerina. She's little.
petite.
She's really petite. But me, I eat 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah.
So I'm more so, for the most part, a meal prepper. And I have to do that because I'm the guy where I don't splurge on like clothes and cars and stuff like that and
Mhm.
shoes. But I'll drop a bag on some food.
Okay.
I go out to eat.
We talked about that.
Hey, hungry. What's up? What we doing? You
Mhm.
cooking? You don't feel like, all right, let's go. I'm that guy,
Yeah.
and I'm not good with spontaneity with that. If I get put in the pressure spot when it comes to eating, I'm gonna go get some food.
Yeah. Especially if I got to take it out the freezer
Yeah,
and I didn't think
nah,
about it.
nah. So
Take out.
So now I'll either meal prep, or she got me on this new thing where she got me buying the fresh chicken thighs. That's my favorite thing to put on the grill.
Mhm.
And now we're only buying them 8 at a time.
Okay.
So we're forced to cook them. Then we don't put them in the freezer, put them in the refrigerator.
Okay.
So that's when I don't feel like meal prepping. If I see that in the refrigerator, it forces my hand to go ahead and cook.
Mhm.
So that's like my thing. I enjoy cooking. Then she comes in there and helps, and she likes us to be in the kitchen at the same time.
Okay.
So it's like a flirtation thing for her more so. To me, it's a nourishment thing. I'm hungry. I'm just trying to eat. It
You
ain't.
like forget the
It
flirt.
ain't got nothing to do
I'm
with this
hungry.
flirting. I'm just trying to eat. So whatever. Play some music. We might dance and flirt a little bit in the middle, but
Yeah.
it's nobody's job to cook.
Yeah, I feel like the same way when it comes to dating. I'm in this new dating world and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and because I am a nurturer,
Okay.
you know how I be like, you hungry, baby? You know what I'm saying? So, but when it comes to dating now, I decided to pull back some.
On the nurturing.
Well, the cooking and stuff. Okay, so I'm saying women, when that's what we do. We cook, we clean, and all that. You meet a man sometime, you're inclined to,
Yeah.
feed them. Maybe just because that's who you are. You know what I
Right.
mean? And you don't want to make nobody else suffer for, somebody else you dealt with. But I think ladies, you need to pull back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll show our hand
And dudes get comfortable.
before they even show anything. We cooking and the cleaning and and having sex and doing this and doing that. And I'm just saying is that sometimes you need to pull back because I'm a cooker. I'm easy to go, y'all come over here or
Yeah.
whatever. That's one thing with friends. But then, you have men talking about what you cooking. I'm like, what you buying? You know what I mean? Because I just think that because a young lady I interviewed on a previous show years ago named Shonda. And Shonda has been featured in Essence, but she wrote a book called Don't Be a Girlfriend. Don't Be a Wife to a Boyfriend.
Ooh,
Yes.
She said that.
She said that. And her book was just stating, and it was her own personal experiences, but
Right.
it was about how women, we come in like, I'm a wife. You know what I mean? We come in the door like that, and we don't even give them an opportunity to show us if they're a husband.
Ooh.
Or
deep.
let's alone
I can see,
boyfriend.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, women just like that. Y'all are better. I'm gonna say this, ladies don't, but ladies are better at relationship than guys.
Yes.
For the most part. For the most part, I've seen some different scenarios, but for the most part, y'all do have a relationship thing a little more down packed than us because some of the things that it takes to keep a relationship healthy, I think women do naturally. Like you said, you like to cook, and then y'all like to communicate, and y'all like to.
We're taught.
You're taught to communicate and cook, and how's your day going? Y'all, those things that some guys aren't taught with those things, so they don't know any better. So I think that's where the mishap happens. Some dudes don't know they're supposed to do those things.
I don't think, well, I'll say this, we're taught, but I don't think a lot of us are taught properly. Like when you grow up and you see your mother cooking, because that's the first point of contact, your
Right.
mother, your grandmother, somebody, you see them cooking. If they have a man around, you see her fixing his plate. You see
Yes.
her doing this. You see her taking care of him. So then you kind of, in your mind, see like, I need to take care of my man because that's what my mother did and that's what my grandmother did. And it's nothing,
Right.
it's totally nothing wrong with that. However, we kind of come in the door with it, like I'm gonna cook it and then clean it. We come in and we don't give them an opportunity like that.
I just seen that cartoon.
You know,
That's why it was funny.
We don't give them an opportunity to show, what they're capable of.
Right.
Like men always talking about being submissive, and I'm like, to what though? First of all, let's be clear, submission is in the Bible to your husband.
Correct.
But even before you become my husband, I need to see you in the light of dating. So if you're a horrible dater,
Yes.
or you're not showing that you can protect me, that you have my best interest, and then I'm not showing you that either, then what are we doing? How do we get down to the aisle?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without those type of things. So her book just kind of talked about how, that she was in that position too, and I could relate. Because I'm like,
Mhm.
you want to come over for dinner, and you want to, do
Yeah.
this. I met somebody, I'm telling, and women, we sometimes have that compassion for somebody.
Yeah.
And you like, he's a single dad, or he's this, he just needs a little help and stuff. That little nurturing thing, I think it's a great thing, but you have to learn how to control it.
Yeah.
Because women have put themselves in so many situations that they could have prohibited if they just would have relaxed.
I'm gonna give you a word that will help everybody when they're newly dating in times like now.
What?
Being coachable.
Coaching. By who?
Both of you are coaching each other on how to be with each other. And people hate to hear it, but it's the absolute truth. Nobody can get in a successful relationship without being able to coach the other person on how to treat them. You got to coach somebody on how to treat you, coach somebody how to talk to you, coach somebody how to flirt with you. And it's got to go both ways. It's not, see, that's why the word submissive gets taken out of context.
Yeah.
Both parties need to be coachable. Like me and you date, right? And then we both been taught two different things on how dating is. But it's either I'm gonna force you my way or you're gonna force me your way.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna coach each other where we can coincide and go together? Cause there's certain stuff that people just gonna have in their DNA. Like me, like something I do that's weird to girls. Like if I'm walking on the sidewalk, like you can't walk close to the street.
Oh yeah,
But I meet girls that don't understand what that means. They go,
really?
why you keep doing that?
Is it the younger?
Nah, same age.
Oh really?
Just thought it wasn't necessary. Or I don't think you're not pumping gas while you're with me ever.
Right.
I don't care if I don't care if I just checked out of the hospital.
Yeah.
If we're pumping, if we get out of the car at the gas station, I'm pumping the gas. That's just what it is. I mean,
yeah, open heart surgery, I do it though.
I mean, even then, I think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird.
No, I get it, but if the open heart, I don't want to have to go back to the hospital, so I'm like, let me do it. But no, I get what you're saying, and those are things I'm saying that when you watch by action, a man, if you pull up to the gas station and he automatically get off, like, don't you dare, you like, oh my God, but then you have me and then sit still with their seat let back, and that's what I'm saying. We gotta watch. You gotta listen, and you gotta watch, and we can't be so eager because I do know women that are like, my clock is ticking.
Yeah, let that
I
go.
want to have kids. I'm getting older.
I'm like,
You know,
what
and
God?
that's
What God do you serve?
hello. And then that's why I mean, women, we just have some of us so much to work on.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to validation, I was watching my boy Dion Cole's comedy show,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. Shout out. And when he mentioned about the women that go and you get all this work done and stuff
Right.
like that, not knocking it, but you get all this work done and it's really mostly for validation from men. And then, like he said, if you looking for validation from us, we messed up. We ain't gonna really maybe give it to you. And if God couldn't please you,
Right.
how you gonna expect for a man? So I'm like, whatever a woman does, whether you getting your lips blown up, you getting a lipo, you getting a BBL, whatever it is, it should be only for you and not for now. I got a big ass. All the men gonna be on me or my breast sitting up or whatever. You gotta
Right.
like I like looking good because I like looking good. I
good
know
for you.
that it's a bonus when other people go, girl, you sharp, but I'm not
Right.
getting sharp for you to say I'm sharp. I need to know when I walk out the door that I'm already there. So women need to learn how to validate themselves first.
Man, you said something right there. I like, man, you gotta know when you walk out that door. Like, how do I look? When you look in that mirror, you make the statement on how you look, and then that's the statement you go with. You know, it don't matter if nobody else says nothing,
Yep.
nobody whistles. If you take a selfie in the car on the way to work, and I don't care if you get for 5 likes. If you look in that mirror, you're like, yo, I look freaking awesome today.
Yes.
And that's how the freak you look that day.
Yep.
Okay.
And shout out to my girl Janelle, which is like my name, with Dress to Manifest. I did a little, I wouldn't play dress up with her.
Right.
She has a cute little boutique, and her business is called Dress to Manifest. So when we
Correct.
talk about dress for the job you want, not the one you have, and all that, that is so true. How the universe works with you in every capacity. So you may not think of, when I get dressed, when you go to an interview, they tell you how to dress, right? You need
Right.
to wear a suit, you need to wear certain things because you need to dress to impress.
Correct.
So when you look into manifest, if you're going to audition or be in the room where there are directors and stuff like that,
Right.
you want to stand out, not looking like a clown. You want to stand out with confidence. You want to stand out with the clothes you have. So I went over to her boutique, and she called it Dress Up. I'll put the address below, or her Instagram is Dress to Manifest.
Okay.
But I went over there. She measures you. It's an experience. And she has one-off pieces, so you're not going to go in there. It's going to be small, medium, and large, So when you go, everything is customized for you. So she takes your measurements, and she starts pulling stuff. And I was over there like a little kid, because as a woman, still you have that little girl, and you like, oh, let's put this on. And then she knows how to accentuate your body, because I swerved that little pose I had right there, and that hip was out, and I said, oh, I look good. You know what I'm saying? So right, and she put pants and colors on me, and she's a great what they call layerer. I'm not a layerer. I'm a pretty decent dresser, but she layers stuff that I probably wouldn't have thought to put on. But my point is that she was we were playing around, and she dressed me for an event I was going to. The event I went to, I felt like I could have saved the outfit. However,
you was all dressed up. I seen you do your little thing.
Cute, right?
Okay.
Thing. So I felt like maybe I wasted an outfit
That's the
for
worst.
the event.
Ooh, that's the worst.
And you just took a picture and all
Ooh,
that. So,
and then you can't put on for another month or so.
But the universe said, no, I got you. And I met a gentleman that when I was sitting there talking about, I was here about my radio show, then he was like, well, how much is it that you need for your radio show? And I was like, Shout out to Janelle for the Dress to Manifest, because I manifested and it's got some great things coming up. But my point is that, validate yourself. Like, I knew I looked nice. I wasn't conceited and cocky with it, but I knew I looked nice. I did, and I felt that, and the room felt that. And so when you're attracting, attitude, posture, all that kind of stuff helps you with what you're doing. So, lady, we don't need no man to validate us. It's a bonus. You know what I'm saying?
It don't hurt though.
It don't hurt, but
you don't need it.
You don't need it. That's what the thing is. So
speak on yourself, girl.
speak it and know it.
No, you look in that mirror, you like, man, I'm a bad son
Man,
of
I'm
a
a
gun
jammer.
right now.
I'm telling you.
And that's you for the rest of the day.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, and when you do that, when you value yourself, when you go through that validation turns into value, and it just radiates throughout your whole life. And I'm all about the universe and manifesting. So that is just something that I like to share with people. Is
she got a manifest shirt for men?
Well, she does dress men too.
Okay, just making sure. 'Cause you said manifest dress, and
No, no, no,
I
no.
ain't hear
It's
manifest.
dress to manifest.
Oh, okay. I thought you said manifest dress.
No, dress to
Excuse me, I
manifest.
misinterpreted what you
Yes,
said.
you
There.
did.
I felt a little
Okay.
left out right there.
I think she
Just
do.
like y'all vision board party, I felt left out on that. It hit me right here.
Oh, well, I was invited,
I would have came.
but it was for women.
Yeah, I could have brought a woman.
I told you Jazz could come.
That's okay.
Yeah, but
It hurt.
well, you know what? I will start back doing events just for the guys too, because I do like to invite men because I do feel like men are our kings. And when we talk about, being protected and all that type of stuff, we do look to our black men, for that in some capacity. And we just need to do better as women and men as a community.
Right.
When it comes to that, when I say protect, I mean, like, yeah, if I'm outside and you see somebody attacking me, like I think I saw on the internet where some teen attacked a 45-year-old woman. I didn't get the scoop, but I just felt like, why is a teen, attacking somebody, period. So, just the black love thing and all that, we got work to do. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of people with trauma. Like you just said, we got to be coachable.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to say, I agree, but then I start to think, but what if his coaching skills ain't good or her coaching skills ain't good? I'm like, I can't be learning from you.
But it's not about their coach skills being good, because nobody has to be a great coach to show you how to treat them. They're coaching you on how to treat them. They're not coaching you in life.
Gotcha.
So it's like, hey, Stacy, I kind of like this, or I communicate this way, or I used to operate like this, and then you're like, well, I operate like this, and I communicate this way, and this is how I debate.
True.
It's just like you gotta help people where they are. Like, I told you one of my favorite things to do is have a successful argument, right?
Yes.
So me and Jazz had a successful argument the other day.
Okay. What was it about?
Something petty.
Okay.
But it got heated for about 5 minutes, and then it was funny. Something she coached me on. You've never seen me in this, but I'm very direct, and I'm very stern. I don't like to hold on to stuff and then bring it back later. I like, if something gets to me,
get it up.
I'm going to talk about it right that moment. I'm not going to bring it up 3 days from now.
Right.
But Jazz likes to process.
Yeah, I'm a processor.
So we're the flip of each other's coin in the argument, because if we're having this argument, we're going to have this argument right now, and I'm going to be as direct as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But then with me being direct, it throws me off that you need a moment to process.
Oh, so you can't give him 5 minutes.
It drives me insane.
Oh.
But then this moment, I knew that it had got so heavy. I said, you need your moment to process, and we're still in the heat of it.
Right.
But through coaching of watching her over time now, I'm like, she need a moment.
Good
I said,
job.
all right, you let me know when you're ready to get back on it.
Okay.
I still feel like this though.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go to the front.
Okay.
Did I go to the front? She took about 5 minutes. Then she came up there. She said, okay, I'm ready to talk now. But see, she's coached me that she needs a moment, but I've coached her that I need to talk about it now.
So good. You need to do a skit.
Yeah, so it's that's coaching.
That was good, guys. I look at my brother. He is doing well, and that's true. That's true. And when I say process, is because if you let the emotion get to you when it happened, you can explode, and then you can start saying stuff that you gotta regret or you gotta apologize for. So that's what I mean by process. It's like, hold on, how do you feel? You calm down if it's something that gets you so excited that you just about to go off the meter. But like you said, that's important. My communication skill is this: I need a minute. It's not to disregard you.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it too. I just don't want to talk about it right this moment because I'm a little upset. These are the conversations that need to be had to have more of a healthy relationship.
Right.
But if that was not your experience growing up, or if the people you around handle stuff like, just all willy-nilly, then you end up repeating that process. So that's why it's like, you are absolutely right. You gotta be able to. So when you're dating, that's why I'm like, dating should take a while. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, in my
unless y'all just click.
Yeah, you can click, but I'm saying if you click and then I'm saying what, in 2 weeks and be like, we're gonna be together. Like you can. I think when you know and stuff like that, but I'm just saying is that there's so much, like how they say, people never really know each other. So you have a lot of time to date and travel. You need to see a person in like different seasons of their lives. When you're sick, when you're broke, when you lose a job, when death occurs, you know what I'm saying? Because, or, it gives you an idea of, okay, we should sit down and talk about, how we communicate, that coaching process that you talked about.
Yes, I mean, we need to put that word right there on the screen. Coachable. And that's not the dude coaching the girl and the girl coaching the guy. Y'all coaching each other.
Together.
Y'all need to understand how each other communicate. Like I was really excited about that. Like that's why I told you it's one of my turn-ons. I love a successful argument.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to argue to show you I'm upset. I want to argue for a solution.
Sex.
Oh, the sex was great after that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It gets me steamed. It gets me
Okay.
steamed up every time.
Yeah.
I love because I dated. I'll be realistic. My first wife. You know, we never had a successful argument our entire marriage.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty much why we was headed down the dumper. Every argument was terrible. It always led to not speaking or name calling, sleeping in other rooms. It was always bad. I'm like, dang, is this what marriage is? You know what I'm saying? I just thought like this is what it is. Cause I mean, you know, I come from a family of divorce. You know, my mother was divorced. You know, my parents were divorced.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my uncles and aunties, some of them was divorced. That's all I knew. So I was just like, dang, this is how people fall apart. And I just like, I'm like, it can't be like this. I was too young. I was 20. I was this happy, bubbly 20-something-year-old guy, fussing all the time with somebody. I'm like, I picked the wrong person.
Yeah, and you know who to me is an ideal couple that everybody, because if I say my friends Kiki and Sid, it's like, who's Kiki and Sid?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, you know who, I was just watching them the other day. I like the way that they get into it and they come out of it. I like the way they do everything. You know who those two people are?
How many guesses do I get?
One.
Oh man, A list, B list, C list. Cause it's too wide range.
Okay, so
You said no list or they're A list? Music, movies.
Movies, funny. You get right there. Comedy.
Common and Tiffany.
Who?
Common and Tiffany Haddish.
No.
Megan Good and
Okay,
Devin.
bring it down. TV show.
I'm not gonna guess.
Martin!
Martin?
Yeah, you didn't like how Martin and Gina.
I thought you were talking about a real couple. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about an actual real couple. I was trying to.
I'm sorry.
That's why I was like.
Okay, well,
that's why I was like Megan Good and her husband. Yeah.
No, I was watching them the other night, and I mean other day or whatever. And you know how they get into it, and Gina go move to her place or whatever, stuff like that. But they always find a solution because what is the foundation? They love each other. So they have to go through, and I say real, what made it feel real life to me is I'm saying because the arguments they have is real. Martin will do some dumb stuff or make her jealous, and then they'll have their real, fight for TV, but they found a way to come back. So I think that was realistic for me then. You know how sometimes you watch, you're like, ain't nobody doing that. You know what I'm saying? But to see them go through, and then whatever this one was, I think Gina went out with some guy, and then Martin went out with the girl.
Oh, that's when they both wanted their high school sweetheart.
Yeah, and then at the end, they in the restaurant, they was just slobbing each other down and stuff, and they was like champagne for everybody because they were about to go home and make love. So that I love. It just made me think of them because I'm like they went through real stuff and they argued and was mad and went their separate ways for a second. But it's like, Martin, I love you and I love you, Gina. I just love.
And they both know how to apologize.
Yes.
That'd be the key, man. People don't like to apologize no more. Listen, if I know I'm wrong, listen, I'm gonna drop them on like, hey,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have did this, and blah blah. And I respect the same thing in return. Like
my counselor taught me to say, how people can take something wrong and maybe didn't mean it that way, and then I learned it was not my intention. Yes. I apologize if I hurt your feelings. It was not my intention to do that. I could have said it in a different way.
And I know I've said this on the show 1,000 times. Sometimes stop somebody saying, "Whoa, what did you think I said?"
Right.
Because a lot of times what it is, sometimes it's not what you said, it's what they heard.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's good to stop them and make them repeat what you said, and then be like, "Oh, that's not what I said."
Yeah.
Or if that is what you said, maybe you used the wrong words. That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
That'll help you. That'll save you too. Versus you just, if you start with like fueling off emotion, both of y'all, it's out of control, and nothing neither one of y'all can do. You're gonna be mad.
Just like text, when you're like, well, hold on, I don't like your text tone. It sounds like that, and it may be the wording, the way that it was worded, but I really meant like, how long you gonna be? And you thought I was like, how long you gonna be? So it's all about communication, and so that's.
You do text aggressive though.
I do not.
You do text aggressive.
No, I do not.
It can be misinterpreted.
Like what?
I don't know. Like I know how you talk in person. So if you text
how do I talk in person?
Like that. Just like you just did. You just proved it on video.
No.
I'm asking. Like what? Like you text the way you talk. So sometimes I be hearing you. Like that was aggressive. You like text like what? I do not. If you would text me that, I would have heard it like that. I'm like, that's Stacey talking like that. So I can see that.
Whatever.
But that's why I like, you know what? I don't text. If me and a girl are dating, back before I was engaged, whatever, if I was dating, I never had an argument through text. I just stopped. I'm like, hey, you can stop it. You need to stop and call me.
Man.
Stop and call me.
I done had some of
I'm not gonna let you argue because you're not, first thing, you probably not even reading my text. You can't wait to see what you finna send.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, hey, man, me and my ex used to have some text messages. She used to text me bad. Her text would be this long. I would put, when you ready to talk, call me. After a monologue,
no.
Then she get mad.
He used to text right back with long pages, and now when you think back to it, you're like, we both was dumb.
Yep.
But I'm talking about because you ain't gonna say nothing to me, so I'm texting, and then this long text, and it's too much when now to pick up the phone. And then this is the other thing when we talk about texting versus talking. Now I get, hey, what you doing? What's up or whatever, but at 40-something years old, like at some point we need to have a conversation over the phone. That's how you really get to know somebody. Tell me a little bit about yourself. In text, are you serious? So I'm just like dating now, and then I attract a lot of younger guys, and that,
yeah, you do.
Yeah, and that's
it's
like
the haircut.
I don't know, but it's like, how do you? It's 32. That's my son. My son 30. My son would be like, Mom, what?
That haircut got you looking about 30 though.
Well, thank
like,
you,
what you want to do? What you on your do to do?
Yeah, and no, shade to people that date younger. It's nothing wrong with that, but I just think the age difference sometimes, like I'm 49 and the 32-year-old for me, like you haven't lived enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been through some stuff, but you have not lived enough for me to feel like you're gonna understand me as a grown woman. That's not coachable for me. I ain't got time to be coaching that. That's gonna be like talking to my son. So I just yeah.
Sometimes. It's some old souls.
They are, but 30 and 49, yeah, no. And then he may not have kids. What we gonna do?
Now that's gonna be a problem. Because he gonna want some more. He gonna want something else.
Yeah.
You gonna give me one of these kids, girl.
This factory is closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
He might get people that don't want kids, so he might be perfectly fine with it.
I don't trust that. Maybe end up like, you know what? I just been feeling like I want a little me. Okay, we've been married 10 years now. Now you want a baby. So
I'm done.
But yeah, ladies, the moral of the story is validate yourself first, dress to manifest, get you somebody that's coachable, and y'all coach each other, right? We are going to be talking about black love. We're going to be talking about universal manifestation, everything that's going to help us be a better community, okay?
Boom.
So, as usual, we had a wonderful time with you guys. We want you to do what?
Like, subscribe, comment, share, and share some more.
Thank you, and we will see you next week, same time, same place.
On a Thursday.
A thirsty Thursday.
Is that what Thursday is? Thursday?
I thought it was Thursday.
That might be right.